Stefon Diggs getting traded to the Houston Texans for a second-round pick per the NFL Twitter handle here. Absolutely insane. The news coming out of Buffalo, unreal to see that Stefon Diggs is gone. We're going to be reviewing exactly what transpired here. We could even see Isaiah McKenzie saying end of an era for the Bills. Man, this is absolutely crazy right now. We have to understand what this actually means. Sarah Larson saying that it's a $3.2 million hit against the cap, more than just his contract and what it would have been. Now, we need to understand what actually unfolded here. Stefon Diggs bringing some additional baggage and just some cryptic tweets over the past several seasons. And last night we saw it once again that we're going to pull it up here in a second. But we could see that Stefon Diggs really ruffling the feathers of Bills Mafia, stating that Josh Allen would be nothing pretty much without him. And we could see Adam Schefter, you could see this thread here, Stefon Diggs last night, posted by Adam Schefter 8 minutes ago. And you can see the tweet really breaking things down. Robert Griffin the third basically saying, is Stefon Diggs essential to Josh Allen's success? Right? And the post was, he has been since he got to Buffalo in 2020. They are better together. And if Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen stay together with the Buffalo Bills this year, their championship window is wide open. Now, the CS person says, does Josh benefit from having a top-tier receiver? Yes. Is he essential to Josh Allen's success? No. And Stefon Diggs replies back, you sure? ? So this is specifically talking about a top-tier receiver for Josh Allen, and basically saying that Josh Allen would not be as successful without a top-tier receiver. And obviously, I think that obviously rubs Josh Allen the wrong way. I just think maybe that was not the right comment. Maybe the Buffalo Bills finally decided, hey, look, we're done with the cryptic stuff. We're done with the tweets. We're sending him to Houston right next to his brother who's in Dallas. I mean, they're going to be close in location to one another, which is a good fit. But understanding this, Bills, we just signed Curtis Samuel. Like, Curtis Samuel is still the same skill set and body type as Stefon Diggs. And I think Curtis Samuel could definitely offer a little bit of what Stefon Diggs has to offer. I don't know if Curtis Samuel's necessarily on that level of Stefon Diggs, but it's starting to intersect, because we need to get it that Stefon Diggs is getting up in age. He's getting a little bit older. A lot of people claiming that he's not a true number one wide receiver in the NFL anymore, whereas Curtis Samuel, he's a little bit younger, right? He's got a little bit more under him, and it's going to intersect where Curtis Samuel does eventually become a better wide receiver than Stefon Diggs, whether it happens this year or next year or during that contract that we signed for Curtis Samuel. I think it makes a lot of sense, but we could see Bills are trading away a blockbuster trade here after trading for Stefon Diggs for a first-round pick years ago in 2020. We are starting to get more picks back. Rumors are that it will be a second-round pick, a draft pick compensation, sources are telling ESPN. So maybe it is a second-round pick that could eventually turn into a number one pick. Maybe it is a third-round pick that can turn into a second-round pick. This is a developing story right now that we need to follow. A lot of people, Stefon Diggs, you sure? Brandon Beane the next morning. Just a lot of drama, a lot of Bills fans very, very upset with Stefon Diggs over the past several seasons. You can see this post, Josh Allen watching Stefon Diggs scream at CJ Stroud when he sees 7 targets instead of 8. I mean, this is a little bit over the top, but definitely funny. A lot of humor going on here. It is official. Stefon Diggs is no longer a Buffalo Bill. He is going to be going to the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud. Now, really looking at it, I think this really opens the door for the Bills to draft a wide receiver. Clearly, Peter DeBasi saying it's been a fun and wild ride with Stefon Diggs. Lots of memorable moments with Diggs here. Clearly helped progress Josh Allen, and I'm sure Josh Allen would definitely give Diggs credit for making him become the quarterback that he is. But we all saw it. I think the past several seasons, like, we knew it was going to get to this point. Like, Josh Allen's been paid. Like, we've allocated so much money to some foundational pieces on this team. And, Josh Allen has progressed to the point where maybe he doesn't need a Stefon Diggs. Yes, we have Curtis Samuel. Yes, we have Dalton Kincaid, Khalil Shakir. But Josh Allen is fully capable of bringing us to the Super Bowl regardless of who he has and target-wise around him. If we solidify this offensive line, if we give Josh Allen more time to throw the ball, give Josh Allen a lot of extra time in the pocket to make decisions, to allow our wide receivers more time to create space and get open, allow Josh Allen to utilize his backyard footballness, and I think Josh Allen is going to be just fine. Like, Diggs is really a luxury. Diggs is clearly a luxury for the Buffalo Bills. Not necessarily a need for the Buffalo Bills at this point in Josh Allen's career. But it's absolutely insane. You could see here Ian Rappaport saying Bills are trading Stefon Diggs to Texas, the Houston Texans, in exchange for a package of picks, including a second-round pick. So this is really unfolding right now. It's going to be a package deal, including a second-round pick, which is absolutely huge. And we're getting that first-round pick that we got back. You can see here Ryan Talbot breaking down some of the stats here. The Bills absolutely need to do something to replace Stefon Diggs, and the Texans are going to benefit from acquiring him. Curtis Samuel working with Joe Brady in the past is definitely going to be huge for the Bills. But again, I really think this ultimately boils down to just money. Obviously it boils down to the money, saving money, allocating money to other places on this team. Josh Allen progressing to the point that he's at. But at the end of the day, I think it just boils down to these cryptic tweets and just being like this sideshow during the off season and just not wanting to deal with it anymore. Especially the latest tweet from Stefon Diggs. I mean, there's no denying that. Diggs could sit down in interviews and answer questions from reporters and play innocent and play, like dumb to it all, and that he's just misunderstood. But the facts are is like, he did say that. Like, Josh Allen is not going to be Josh Allen without a top-tier wide receiver. And, obviously you look at Joe Burrow and the weapons that he has, but look at what Patrick Mahomes did last year. Patrick Mahomes really had Travis Kelce. That's it. It wasn't a top-tier wide receiver by any means. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe. It'll tell me to keep creating videos just like this. It really supports all my efforts for the channel. If you guys want to support me further, check the BNC Chicken Wing merch in the description, as well as Course Careers. You could receive $50 off a high-paying remote tech job. They have about 7 different career paths, and that's how I personally landed my full-time employment. Appreciate you guys, and go Bills.